Hello, today I'm going to demonstrate something which might sound a bit strange. It's how to put together your own photographic developer out of some common household, well, I suppose chemicals or whatever you want to call them. You've got some instant coffee. This is Nescafe, it's just in a different jar. And then some couple of vitamin C tablets or supplements. Most of these are binder and the dissolving agent, but there's just the right amount of vitamin C in there. I think I'm going to get a third one out in a minute. And last of all, I just get it off the shelf, is some washing soda, or sodium carbonate. Not sodium bicarbonate, it's sodium carbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is for cooking. Sodium carbonate obviously has one carbon atom, I believe, rather than dual carbon. Now, one more vitamin C tablet here. Get rid of that dust. I was saying, this photographic developer is for black and white films. It's quite a coarse grain developer. It's not particularly good quality, but just to demonstrate that all you need is some simple ingredients to produce it. I'm going to be demonstrating on paper, but you can on photographic paper rather than film, because I don't have any film that can be used. So let's start it off. First of all, follow the recipe, or the recipe, whatever you call it, to mix it up. I've got 500 millilitres of water, and to that we're going to add 5 teaspoons. It asks for 1 litre of water at 10 teaspoons of washing soda, but I'm halving the mixture. So that's 5 teaspoons of washing soda. That's out there now. I'm going to pre-mix the parts of the compound that need dissolving into this little measuring jug here. Excuse me. 5 teaspoons. There is a weight in grams, but I measure like this for ease. It's 3, 4, 5. Might be 6 in there, but it's not critical. The quantities, they're just rough guidelines. But ideally, as accurate as you can be, the better. So there's 5 teaspoons of washing soda. To that, I shall add, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons. It asks for 4 teaspoons of, but we're going to halve it, so it's 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. This might seem strange, but I assure you it works surprisingly well. Yeah, that's 2 teaspoons of instant coffee. And then I shall dissolve them. I'm going to dissolve this with some of the water to rather than mixing it up in the graduate. I'm trying to keep this as clean as possible. Just mix this up roughly, and so that it dissolves. To add the vitamin C, I shan't do it in here because it will bubble over, but that'll be done inside this mixing container. Give that spoon a second. There we are. I'm going to add the sort of concentrated version of the coffee and washing soda into this container here. And use this water to rinse out what's left. As I said, I use these graduates for proper chemicals, and I don't really want to contaminate them with any traces of contaminants. So that's the whole 500 millilitres or 500 cc's of water in. And now you can see it's starting to look like some sort of horrible concoction. I'm going to drop in the vitamin C tablets one at a time. It's going to start fizzing. If you listen, you might hear it. It's quite quiet, isn't it? Typical. Agitate this. I'm hoping this is going to work. I've had some successful runs with developing with this strange mixture. I'm just going to show you a few. That's with standard developer. Obviously that's not very good quality, the exposures were wrong anyway, but that's a positive print of this image. That's a negative on standard. That was a negative developed with the coffee developer. Another negative developed with the coffee. And a positive developed with the coffee. Again, I was messing around with the exposures and it wasn't very successful. That was only the second batch I've managed to make up. So as this appears to be dissolving now, I'm just going to agitate it a bit more. Just use these cheap old bottles in case it destroys any of my more expensive ones. So that appears to be the developer made for now, and I'm going to pause the camera and demonstrate it developing some paper that's been exposed to light after I've got it out of the bag with a safe light on. So I'm just going to use a bit of pearled offcuts from there. So I might be able to get the camera working under the safe light, so you should see that now. Okay, now we're in the dark room, the lights are off, the safe light's on up there. Here's some photographic paper. The pause, I know people are going to question whether that was me switching chemicals. But you can, to prove it, the developer tray is empty, and the bottle here has the brown liquid just mixed up, so you can tell that is the same stuff. Just get some photographic paper out now and expose it with my finger over part of it, so you'll see whether light did fall and did not fall quite so much. An old offcut there. These aren't pre-exposed, they're kept in a light tight bag, so these aren't just old bits of paper. If I now put my fingers across like this and expose it to some light, you'll see in a minute that area should remain lighter than the other areas, which should darken. So I'm just going to let some white light in. You can see it's being exposed here. That should be enough now. You need a bit more. So hopefully sit around slightly quicker. There we are. No change on the surface at the moment, so it's not changed, it won't be darkened because of the light outside. Put a bit of developer in now. I'm hoping this is going to work. Typically it probably won't. There's some developer in there. I'll get some tongs down from up here. I was saying there'll be a wash at the end to prove it's been developed correctly. I'm going to fix a bath in the middle so we can expose it in white light. So I'm going to drop the paper in now to there. These are tiny trays for pinhole photography, just to hold bits of paper. And there we are. It's developing, and I'll show you in a minute when the lights come on. I'll put it in here to stop the developing action. Just so we don't get any carryover into the fixer. The developer there acted quite quickly because of the amount of light that was exposed to it, which is good. At least it hasn't not reacted at all. Fix that for a few seconds. Just enough so it doesn't fade when we turn the white lights back on. You can probably see some of the lines on there. That's where I held it with the tongs. Left a mark. So wash off the excess. That fixer away. If I turn the white lights on, you should see, or open the window at least, you can see here some of the marks. I shall just move the camera over to there. Zoom in a little. you can see this is where my fingers weren't. That's where you got the full light. That was the gap in my fingers, and the fading around the edges. That's just to try and prove the action of this developer. It seems to tinge the paper brown, so it's almost like a sepia toner, but it works well considering what it's made of. Just pop that in there now. Well, thank you for watching, and I'll put a link to the ingredients or the construction of the developer in the description of the video. So thank you, goodbye.